New cool setup. New cool vapes. Upgraded my whole life. And I got a bow tie. That was already there. What is up, people? It is E3 time. Like, literally, like right now. I have to throw this whole video together in like 24 hours. But let's go. E3, what to expect, what do we know, what do we think's gonna happen, and I'll put it in some kind of order. All right, let's go. Starting us off on a nice low bar is the EA conference on Saturday. The only conference on Saturday, presumably so they can fumigate the smell of shit out of the air after EA leaves. What is EA gonna announce? Sports stuff. It's gonna be 19, 19, 19, 19, 19, and insert all their regular titles, because that's all they ever do. Battlefield, which they've already announced, but people seem to hate because they're sexist or something. And, you know, what else they're gonna announce? Anthem. Oh my god, a real game. EA has one game this year, for sure. Anthem. Anthem is a game from the Mass Effect team. They are promising to correct all of their wrongs that they did on Mass Effect whatever that nobody liked. So hopefully they can succeed. The game's already been delayed though, so don't expect to see any gameplay or just teasers. Just some teasing. Apart from that, I don't really care. Probably some more Star Wars games, or, you know, maybe they'll announce the fact that maybe they've had Star Wars taken away from them. They probably wouldn't announce that at an E3. But a man can dream. Then on to Sunday. Sunday gets progressively better, starting with Microsoft, which is, you know, here to EA. From Microsoft, we can hope for maybe some Crackdown 3 footage, a long-delayed game, but one that is overdue for some actual proper trailers and maybe an announcement. Could be coming out this year, could be delayed another year, but I don't know, maybe we'll find out. We could also possibly expect to see both Halo 6 and Gears of War 5, whatever it's on. Both of these games, again, have been delayed. There's a lot of delays this year at E3. I don't know what we're going to actually be playing at E3. But we can probably expect Microsoft to at least tease these. These are their biggest releases, their biggest staples, some of their only console exclusives they have left. So they're, of course, no matter how ready they are, we're going to definitely see some showcases from both of those games. Maybe the Forza Horizon 4, it's semi-been leaked. It's probably coming. More Forza. Again, Microsoft doesn't have a lot of stuff left. They're not Sony, so they're gonna push out their biggest name exclusives. And then hopefully the thing that I'm most excited for would be more footage of the HoloLens. You remember the HoloLens? Remember when that was a thing for like one conference and then it never came out again? It's actually really interesting. The HoloLens has started to be used in some surgeries. There's actual technical applications of the HoloLens being used, but no actual video game uses that we've seen yet. I'm sure they've got stuff in the works besides that little Minecraft demo we saw last year. I, for one, actually think the AR is a really cool angle for Microsoft to be taking on the VR world. It's different. It opens up a lot of possibilities, and I'm very excited for it. I'm more excited for AR than I am VR. So hopefully we get an actual proper tech demo, hands-on. No more of this BS fake CGI crap that they threw up on us last year. Moving on from Microsoft, we're going to move into Bethesda, my personal favorite and most anticipated conference every year because you never know what they're going to come out with. They, of course, announced Fallout 4 pretty much ready to go 2 years ago. So what are they going to come up with this year? They've already announced Fallout 76 prior to E3. Rage 2 got leaked, although that was definitely not going to be their big announcements. They have promised that this will be the biggest Bethesda conference ever, so I'm calling it. I'm thinking Elder Scrolls. It's been about 6-7 years since the last time we've seen an Elder Scrolls proper game. I mean, sure, if you count Skyrim being re-released every year, then it's been like 2 weeks probably since the last time. But we're overdue for the game. They're promising a big announcement, and Elder Scrolls is really the only game they have in the pipeline that is still slated for a new release that we haven't gotten. We've gotten new Fallout already in the works. We've gotten Wolfenstein a bunch recently. I mean, it just seems like it's their #1 IP that they could possibly drop on us. So huge, exciting time for them. If not, it could be an entirely new property. It's probably going to go one of those two ways, although definitely I think most of us are hoping for Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls 7 Room. Let's talk a little bit more about what we do know is coming, which is Rage 2 and Fallout 76. Now, Rage 2 is a little exciting. Rage 1 kind of fell a little flat. But Rage 2 is looking like they've definitely learned a lot from their initial mistakes. More color, more vibrance, and more of a focus on actual things to do in the world, which is pretty much all the things that Rage was missing. Of course, Fallout 76. We don't know anything about it, except it's probably not going to be what you think it's going to be. Best thing that we can come up with is that it's probably online, and it probably has some form of either co-op or MMO style gameplay. It's definitely not going to be a traditional single-player Fallout game, but there are quite a few elements that were designed in Fallout 4 for a multiplayer experience that were ended up being cut from the game at the last minute. So hopefully We're taking all of those elements that were cut, were already made, and putting them into a game where you and maybe a friend can co-op, build some settlements, fight some death claws, do some fun stuff. I'm pretty excited to see what it is. As long as it's actually the proper Fallout elements with co-op. I mean, it may not be a true Fallout game, but it sounds like fun to me. And then rounding up Sunday night is not so much a conference as it is a interactive live art piece that rips off Adult Swim but also improves on what they do. It's Devolver Digital, all right? They're deviants. Nobody knows what they're gonna do.
Go ahead, chuck those bucks.
Last year, they didn't even announce games. They promised they're going to announce games this year. Devolver Digital, of course, being one of my favorite indie studios, making really amazing games like Enter the Gungeon and some other games that I'll put up right here because, you know, I didn't forget their names offhand. I don't want to say them right now because it's easier for me to be scrolling through them. And now we're done. On to the next thing. Then coming to the stage is Square Enix Monday morning. I don't know why Square Enix even renounces games, since all the games that they're going to talk about this year are just games that have been in the pipeline for years and years. The Final Fantasy VII Remake, probably not coming out this year. Kingdom Hearts 3, let's be honest, it's never coming out, I don't care what they say. And then also Tomb Raider, they do release Tomb Raider games. So Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb, Tomb of the Shadow, Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's a name. The new Tomb Raider series is great. I'm very excited to get more hands-on. They've said that the dual pistols won't be back if any of you care about that. Sorry, it's not. It's been confirmed for sure she's not getting dual pistols. They're sticking with the bow and arrow. That's what they want her iconic symbol to be. You know, it's just like a good, fun Tomb Raider version of Uncharted, so that's what you can expect to see. Maybe Square Enix will announce a new Final Fantasy game, maybe a new online experience, but Square Enix's release schedule is not on the American big company rush it out type schedule, so whatever they announce, expect it to be far, far down the road. Following up Square Enix is Ubisoft, a company that has highs and releases Assassin's Creed every 2 months. Less exciting, they'll probably continue to talk about The Division 2, which we've already been waiting for. They'll probably announce a new Assassin's Creed game, whether it's going to come out this year or next year. It's going to happen. We can definitely hope to see some Beyond Good and Evil 2 footage. It's been in the works. It's being made still. If it's not at E3 this year, I would certainly not hold my breath for a proper release, maybe ever. It's really, if you don't see Beyond Good and Evil 2 this year, I would kind of give up hope on that one. In addition to that, though, we maybe will see a sequel to Rainbow Six Siege 2, a hugely popular game, which is even seeing a resurgence of popularity recently. That could be super fun. Maybe Splinter Cell. You know, it's been a while. It's something they've had on the back burner, and I can't believe a company like Ubisoft is not going to be constantly working on their biggest AAA budget titles. Then Monday night, we're going to have the PC Gaming Show. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about the PC Gaming Show. I'm going to research it real quick. And we're back, and I'm not going to just read off the list. It may look like that. I want to look in this direction for my own good. But first, let me tell you what the PC Gaming Show is. It's a collection of various different studios who will be announcing games or maybe showing some pre-existing ones, but most likely this is a lot of these smaller studios' only chance to get on the big stage, and while it's brief, they're going to take advantage and announce some really cool indie games, which is, you know, that's what I do. Those are the games I like. So let's not read a list. Let's just look in this direction and recite a bunch of companies while not reading it. 505 Games, Chance Agency, Cloud Imperium Games, Coffee Stain Studios, Crytek, Digital Extremes, Double Fine, Drake's Cakes, Frontier, High Res Studios, Klee Entertainment, Modern Storyteller, Oculus Rift, Raw Fury, Sega, Skydance Media, Starbreeze, Square Enix Limited, Stardock Entertainment, Team 17, Tiny Build, and Tripwire Interactive. Those are companies that will be there during the PC Gaming Show. Finishing off Monday night will be Sony. Sony this year is definitely going to show us some more Spider-Man. Sony actually has good exclusives, unlike Microsoft. So Spider-Man will definitely be up on the stage. Personally, I thought Spider-Man's original video was nothing more than a bunch of QuickTime events, so I never really understood the excitement for it, but hey, maybe they'll change my mind this year. I do love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool. Definitely love Spider-Man. We're also going to expect to see some more Death Stranding. I don't know when that game's ever going to actually come out, but I can guarantee you we're going to get another weird trailer. I'm not really emotionally prepared for it. I'm still processing the baby thing. What was that? We also know The Last of Us 2 is on its way. Hopefully we'll actually get to see some actual gameplay reveal. We've only gotten teaser and cinematic trailers so far, so this could be our first chance to get hands-on and see somebody play The Last of Us Part 2. Even if we don't, we know the game's probably going to be pretty solid. Maybe we'll even get a release date. That would be pretty cool. We could expect maybe a minor appearance from Days Gone, a game they've just started teasing but probably isn't quite ready for the E3 conference, but maybe they'll surprise us. And one of the biggest games I really expect them to be pushing is the Ghost of Tsushima. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but not enough to look up how to pronounce it correctly. It's an open world game where you play as a samurai during the time of the Mongol invasion to Tsushima. This is feudal Japan. It's when samurais are like at their height. It's a really cool idea. Basically, the team has said that they wanted to make a game in an open world with a character that you would really want to roleplay as, something that anybody could just universally jump into and be like, yes, that's a thing that I want to fantasize about. And then since they couldn't make a porn game, they made a samurai game. And then dominating Tuesday with the only official E3 showing is Nintendo and Nintendo's Treehouse. And of course, this year they're even going to have a Smash Bros. Tournament. Woo! Smash Bros. 5, Smash Bros. For the Switch, whatever they're going to call it this year. Going to have a live tournament with professional Melee and Smash 4 players competing against each other with their first time hands-on to the game, plus a lot of their favorite Smashers, my favorite Smashers at least, wearing the Big House shirt, are going to be there. They're going to get hands-on with the game, and they're going to be talking about it on their streams and on Twitter, so it's very exciting. We're going to get a lot of information about Smash 5. That's definitely their cornerstone release of this year, but following that up, of course, is Let's Go Pokemon, or Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon, get in the goddamn car, I'm leaving without you. Pokemon is going to probably see some more hands-on demo. We've already pretty much seen everything we need to see. It's a Kanto remake. It has integration with Pokemon Let's Go. It's going to have peripherals. It's kind of Nintendo's basic MO, although I'm very excited for it. It will not, however, there's been some confusion on this. It is not Nintendo's mainstay Pokemon release. That's coming out next year. You can also not expect to see that Pokemon game at this E3 because they're going to focus on Pokemon Let's Go. They're not going to announce the next game and leapfrog over a game they have coming out in November. So unfortunately, no Pokemon 2019 will be shown, I imagine. On top of that, less exciting than Smash Bros. In Pokemon would be Yoshi. They need some more information on that game. Metroid Prime 4 could be super exciting if we get to see it. I wouldn't expect anything more than a simple cinematic teaser trailer at this point. That's kind of Nintendo's deal. They gave us the announcement that the game was even started last year. I would expect a cinematic trailer this year, a gameplay trailer the year after this, and then maybe 4 years after that, the game will be released in time for the next console. Oh, Nintendo. How many times must you hurt me so? I would also expect to see maybe an announcement of the N64 Classic. It's all but been confirmed at this point. There's all sorts of leaks on patents that they've been filing, so it's definitely in the works. It'd be cool to see it get hands-on. Maybe get at least a teaser of the games that will be on the N64 Classic. We can also probably expect to see a little bit of Bayonetta 3, which has got to be coming out relatively soon. And maybe the wild card of Nintendo's announcements would be they could be announcing a new Animal Crossing game. But the more you hope, the less likely it'll be, so contain your hype or you'll jinx it. Also, I would go out on a limb, my personal guess is going to be that we're going to see some sort of Nintendo Switch Mario Party. Nintendo Switch completely lacks a Mario Party game, even though it's got the Joy-Cons. I mean, it's pretty much perfect for it. It's on the go, play with your friends, that's the Switch's whole thing. How is there not a Mario Party game for the Switch? Why? Just because they make me want to murder people? I can't have it anymore? That's not fair. That's my decision. And finally, from Nintendo, I would expect to at least to see another 1 or 2 Wii U remakes making it onto the Switch. I would definitely be most hopeful for Pikmin 3 and also Super Mario Maker. Those 2 games were huge, didn't reach the right audience because they were on the Wii U, so I could definitely see both of those games having a really cool, successful launch on the Switch. And then, of course, we'll probably see some more Nindies, which are just indie games made by other people that Nintendo allows on their console, finally, after not doing it for years. And my final really wild card pick would be maybe a new Paper Mario, but those haven't been good for a while now, so who really cares? Probably a lot of people that are going to tell me in the comments down below about how I don't respect Paper Mario. I don't. And that's gonna be E3 this year. I try to focus mostly on what I know is definitely gonna be there. It's always gonna be surprises. That's the fun of E3, is you can never fully predict it, but I'm excited to see which of my predictions come true and which don't. What are you excited for at E3? Let me know down below in the comments. As well as if you dig this, I'm gonna be trying to do E3 recaps live on stream each evening, so make sure you follow the link down below and follow me on Twitch as well. Or, you know, don't. I ain't the boss of you. Whatever, this has been Wigwam and my new setup. Video's over. Go click something else. Bye-bye. Leave.